And we are live. But what is this?
Yeah,
Good
buddy.
afternoon, good afternoon.
Woo. That's afternoon.
We on the inside.
Yeah, man, take it up a little bit, man. Real issue. So the last discussion we had, Chica, you know it was hot and heavy. And if you
Yeah.
want the background is about this, the Delta, we deal with the Delta, you know? And we have
Yes.
some breaking news, Bunty TV, radio, and CP, Chica J. So, Mike, Mike,
Oi,
you're going on. How are you
I
watch
did.
this news clip? How are you watch this news clip from Uncle Joe?
Yeah, I saw it,
Uncle,
but we gotta show it.
yeah, Uncle Joe. So, Chica, Mike, let me
Yeah.
take it in. What's going on, boy? Bacchanal in the place all here.
Joe Biden unveiling a sweeping new COVID policy Thursday affecting millions of Americans.
Every federal government employee will be asked to attest to their vaccination status. Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work, test 1 or 2 times a week to see if they've acquired COVID, socially distance, and generally will not be allowed to travel for work.
The aggressive move comes as the U.S. is scrambling to contain a Delta-driven COVID spike. After months of declining infections, the national outlook is worsening quickly. According to an infection tracker from the New York Times, new daily infections are around 67,000, an increase of 146% from 2 weeks ago.
And you want to know how we put this virus behind us? Well, I'll tell you how. We need to get more people vaccinated. It's an American blessing that we have vaccines for each and every American. And it's a shame. It's just such a shame to squander that blessing.
With more than 2 million workers, the federal government is the largest employer in the U.S. Earlier this week, New York City mandated vaccines or regular testing for public workers. A statewide mandate followed, California doing the same, and the private sector getting on board. Companies like Google, Netflix, and Facebook rolling out their own requirements, all aimed at getting their workers vaccinated. About half of all Americans have been fully immunized, but the number of people getting shots has slowed significantly in recent months. Will the new requirements for U.S. workers actually move the needle in a country with deep political divides when it comes to vaccinations, with Republicans far more likely than Democrats to say they have not been immunized? According to a recent poll carried out by the Associated Press and the NARC Center for Public Affairs Research, it found that among American adults who have not yet received a vaccine, 35% say they probably will not get immunized, and 45% say they definitely will not. Melissa Duggan, City News.
That is why I take it this, Mike. I want you understand what we spoke about something over the emancipation celebration. Chica, where's your view? I'll leave it ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, sorry. Let me do like the girl. It's okay, like. Let me do this together. Yeah.
So,
Mine longer. Mine longer. Yeah, go ahead.
as we just saw, I mean, it's something very, very serious. I don't know if people realize the seriousness of
Yes.
this thing. And, normally they say when the cold, the breeze blow, we just get it down here now, we just catch the cold.
We don't catch.
Yeah?
We don't get it already.
No, this is a different cold we catching. So
Big
we
up
see
really
here
on
that
the inside.
Yes.
But really, did you look at the news clipping we just shown? Because the news clipping would have given us a very serious indication that the largest employer of United States nationals is the federal government. And Uncle Joe has just told the United States of America that every federal employed citizen, person, must. I talk to me.
I am not a federal worker, so it's not surprising. And you know the funny thing about this, if you check how everything unfolded now, Boris Johnson said the same thing to health workers.
Yes.
To all the health workers. So what they're doing is, and I think it's a similarity down here too, is they're going at the health sector, the people in the position that making the most contact with the public. That's who they're going at. Not the public so much, just the people who live, who working in that.
But the thing about it is the government employs the majority of persons, so that will include all the persons. And
employs 2 million.
2 million.
That is more than Trinidad.
Yeah, more than Trinidad. Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
So that come like public. It's not just
those are like the public servants.
All people that have been employed by the government. Not so all the administrators, secretaries, all those who work in the parliament,
and remember,
Uh-huh.
the office, army, work, everybody.
Remember, that'll be 60 to 65% of the population, eh?
Yep.
So once they're vaccinated, once 65% of the population get vaccinated,
Yeah.
herd immunity.
Yeah. So we're going and play this clip again because I know we know start. So we just going and touch the clip again so that.
Where's that Santa Claus coming to town?
Yeah, I want to play the clip again so that we can let people know what's going on.
I look at the Boris Johnson scenario. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I look at that.
Joe Biden unveiling a sweeping new COVID policy Thursday affecting millions of Americans.
Every federal government employee will be asked to attest to their vaccination status. Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work, test 1 or 2 times a week to see if they've acquired COVID, socially distance, and generally will not be allowed to travel for work.
The aggressive move comes as the U.S. is scrambling to contain a Delta-driven COVID spike. After months of declining infections, the national outlook is worsening quickly. According to an infection tracker from the New York Times, new daily infections are around 67,000, an increase of 146% from 2 weeks ago.
And you want to know how we put this virus behind us? Well, I'll tell you how. We need to get more people vaccinated. It's an American blessing that we have vaccines for each and every American. And it's a shame. It's just such a shame to squander that blessing.
With more than 2 million workers, the federal government is the largest employer in the U.S. Earlier this week, New York City mandated vaccines or regular testing for public workers. A statewide mandate followed, California doing the same, and the private sector getting on board. Companies like Google, Netflix, and Facebook rolling out their own requirements, all aimed at getting their workers vaccinated. About half of all Americans have been fully immunized, but the number of people getting shots has slowed significantly in recent months. Will the new requirements for U.S. workers actually move the needle in a country with deep political divides when it comes to vaccinations, with Republicans far more likely than Democrats to say they have not been immunized? According to a recent poll carried out by the Associated Press and the NARC Center for Public Affairs Research, it found that among American adults who have not yet received a vaccine, 35% say they probably will not get immunized. And 45% say they definitely will not. Melissa Duggan, City News.
Riri, what is your view? What is your view, Riri?
So my view is that I believe that getting most people vaccinated is very, very good. But I can't come to terms. Like, I'm just trying to come to terms that we trying to get over one
Listen,
thing.
we're going. Really, take a drink of water. Take a drink of water before you continue. Take a drink.
Because
Yes.
I find it have a little war going on diagonally across the screen.
Yeah,
I realize that.
well, it's very sad at the same time too. Well sad. That when some
Yeah.
people trying to overcome in different countries, you're trying your country to get vaccinated, you're trying everybody to get vaccinated where people could jump out to work. Now you have to think twice now what you're doing because you ain't sure about what's going to happen again.
You
When
notice?
some think
You
the
notice?
numbers of deaths going down and the number of cases going down.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's not
But
going down.
did you listen to what he said? You listen to what he said?
Again.
You hear what he
What?
said? When it comes to traveling,
Yes, if it is the government workers, those federal government, they are not vaccinated, no travel.
I think
You're on the
all
travel,
countries
Mike.
should, I think all
Huh?
countries should be doing that.
You're on the travel. Remember we talk about this, right?
yeah, but that travel is not flying.
That travel
travel.
is in the country.
No
That travel within the
travel.
country.
Yeah.
Yeah, no travel
Yeah.
whatsoever.
So let me ask you a question now. If you're restricted from travel in your own country, you think you can travel outside your country?
It depends. It depends.
You
If
can't.
you can't travel inside your country, if they tell you you can't travel from Maloney to Arima, you think you could travel from Maloney to Tobago?
Yeah,
No,
then
you
he has to, you had to read into what he said about the traveling. Now, he didn't mention if it's air, sea, or land, eh? You realize that? He just said travel.
I think to me personally, it doesn't matter how, if you might travel by a bus, by a bicycle, by a tire, by what, I think it should have no traveling at
By a tire.
Tika, where's your vibration?
Well, a wheelbarrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Olha.
a very serious thing.
There's way.
Yeah. I have a big
It's
one.
a very,
I sitting
very-
down on one right now. That's the biggest one. That big chairs.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is the COVID-19 pandemic. This virus has really, it as we when you hear pandemic, it
Very
really hits.
interesting.
It really hits everyone across the board. Even earlier today, I was looking at a single parent. You know, she's a mother of 3 in the U.S. She was working. She living in the LA or the place. You know, working in the casinos. Now she's out of a job because those things are closed, right? And now she's close to eviction. She pawned everything that she had. Right?
No,
now, she might be one willing to go and take the vaccine, even though she's not a government worker, but those in government, those, whether it's healthcare, social worker, teacher, police officer, administrators, everyone, they want in the government sector to vaccinate.
Do you
No, in
know?
that
Do you know that they're giving?
Mike.
Do you know that they offering $100 US to take the vaccine?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And the same clip, you hear Google,
Google,
Netflix,
yes.
Facebook.
Facebook,
Walmart,
Walmart.
yeah.
People,
That's
I
why
don't understand.
when you look at here with the business people,
You look yourself on here.
yeah. Wayland, what going on? When you look at the fact that the business people here also making it mandated, that is a spin-off of what we hear.
Yes. Yes.
So, Mike, where's your view now? since we have been discussing this before, we discussed the Delta, and we see now that this superpower that we just all emulate, the United States, has now started to squeeze on the population. What advice you could give now to our countrymen? Because I was telling people today, I say when foreign gets cold, we just already know it. You understand? So, well, let's see, moving on there. I'm still going to behave the same manner we behaving. What is your view?
But you have to remember, Trinidad and Tobago is a copycatted nation. Eh? People copycat everything they see outside, and that is facts. So, I expect to hear government officials come out soon on the back of what the president said, and it's up to us as a people now to either adhere, reject, or otherwise. And I think that's where it's going to boil down to now, because everything that happens in the US affects the world, even the UK. So we now have to think, look, and make that decision, either take or don't take. But again, remember, these vaccines, because I'm not looking for the clip from UK, where Boris said this week, I think it was Monday, yesterday, we talked about all the health workers, they want them to be vaccinated. Now, when I was up there, that started, that they wanted that to happen. So it's no surprise. So the people who working in that sector now have to look at the fact. I worked in the sector for years, so I can tell you, they will have a lot of people who will reject that. Trust me. But then they will not have another choice. So for me, I can't tell people what to do. Remember we discussed that, it's all by choice.
Yeah.
Either you reject it or you accept it.
Really? What is it you?
Take a drink.
No.
Take a drink.
All the time I take it today, she can't hear that. Hear what I say, This is what I'm saying. Right? All you know, we Trini is going outside there and take no tear gas and no rubber bullet. And all you know this, the longer we procrastinate, people, is the longer this thing going on.
But, you know, the funny thing.
Here's what I'm saying. This is what will happen. What would happen is that it will have now a divide where you will have the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. And then
it's already happening,
And limitation. And then, what I'm saying, people, let us not carry it to distance. Because there are a sector of our population that cannot take the vaccine because of what is medical reasons. And that's what they're saying in the States as well. You have people that you have leukemia or you have this type of cancer. What they're saying is that they cannot take it because maybe are the type of cancer they have.
Yeah.
Right? They can't. The bodies are unable to build themselves better. You know what I mean? Especially the severe cancers that existing right now. You have a lot of children in St. Jude's can't take it because it's cancer. Certain things that they, you know what I mean? So are we now going to push the hand from the government to make a decision to divide now vaccinated or vaccinated? So vaccinated should work and go online and vaccinated stay home and man. The moment they decide to say, all right, if you're not vaccinated, you're quarantined, you have a curfew for 9 o'clock. Look how you say. We like licks, boy.
Yeah, let me read something. Let me read something.
We like licks.
So let me just read a little thing here from Boris Johnson. Well, he's my prime minister still because he's still a resident of the UK. So Prime Minister Johnson believes.
Prime Minister?
Yeah,
Boris is your prime minister?
Yeah, dual citizenship or what?
You forget.
Boris is your prime minister. Which party is now?
Well, I Trinidad now. But to be honest, but you don't know, I'm not a resident of Trinidad,
Yeah, but who is your prime minister now, right now?
Well, who you expect? Rowley? Prime Minister Rowley? Anyhow, let me read this. Well, that is my prime minister. So let me read this. So Prime Minister Boris Johnson believes So it's backing his government's vaccination drive, which has seen more than 2/3 of all adults double vaccinated, right? To allow it to happen, he let the last remaining closed businesses, such as nightclubs, reopen, right? There are voices calling for continued vaccination, with England Chief Medical Officer Chris Whitley even admitting hospital admissions could hit a scary number soon. So what he basically saying here is they want to have a beautiful summer, right?
Right.
They have raised all the restrictions. There's no more. They have abandoned the fact of no mask wearing. It's up to you.
Right.
You can mingle, as you can see happening. Certain parts of the US that is also happening. So
That's something now with the girls just and Abby right now. That's why they like
Right.
and doing anything.
right. So when you look at what the president of the US said, I want you to look at what the prime minister of the UK said. The both of them not on the same level of thought at present, right? Even though Prime Minister Boris Johnson asked that all medical and all those in, well, let's say the medical field, people who working in nursing homes and old people homes and stuff, must be vaccinated because of the fact they interact with people.
Right.
Right? So I think that's the target by all governments and not really the target of the normal citizen. And as you just said, there are people who have illnesses. You can't force them to take the vaccine. Right? Because people still have the concept when you do, knowing that you're sick. You know, we're not saying that the vaccine killing people. We're not saying that. Let people understand that. So there's still this whole concept of rejecting or accepting. That is the whole idea. It's either you reject it or you'll accept it.
Do you believe that the countries of this world are not targeting normal people to have the vaccination?
I wouldn't say that. They are targeting everyone. Anyone that can be vaccinated, they will vaccinate. Because if it is they had the vaccine to even give to children, they would have done it. And as we see, the government already said that the Pfizer, because it would have been given approval for children 12 years and over to get it, you'll see that the secondary school students will be able to get the vaccine. Now, a main population that we know, because we work with them, that are very much concerned are persons with disabilities, right? Parents, even though the child may be their child, because when they have children, they will always be a children, right? Even though they may be over the age of 18, they are still very skeptical because of the nature of their disability. They wonder how it will affect them. Even persons who receive medication because they are a psychiatric patient, and that's why I need to speak to a doctor, right? Those persons, they even have, regulations as well for them, how to go about getting the vaccine, when it should take it after you receive, let us say, an injection, right? So that's why, so nobody's not saying go and take it. Nobody's saying that don't take it or not, right? But you have a choice, get the information. As we said, good afternoon, Sonali. Get the information and move forward with it. Know what it is, because we know those with cancer, their immune system is weakened, right? They're already fighting a fight, right? So it will be hard. They wouldn't force it upon them. There's no need to when there are other persons who are in the country who are healthy and will be able to, their body will be able to deal with the virus a bit better. So that's why they are targeting everyone that can be vaccinated. So people make their choice. It's a choice as of now, but we don't know what could happen.
Yeah, what I'm saying now, why devil's advocating that. When we look at that clip, what are you feeling?
I see a man straight face, meaning business, He meant business. It was no grump and skin.
It's nice to say all what we say here.
Yeah.
Right? But you see how that man faces.
Yeah.
That the
Straight.
leader of the free world, eh? That the leader
Yeah.
of the free world. People don't understand. We in Trinidad don't respect certain things. You know. We have a kind of lullness about it. Right? And until it reach we doorstep, that is the only time we just start to get serious.
Yeah.
It's serious. People, remember I see it on this slide, eh? It's
Mm.
extremely serious. If you want to take care of your children, if you want to, you see, not everybody fortunate to be home and getting money. Eh? Chica, you fortunate like that.
Not
People
at
need to get
all.
back to work and get back to the economy. So I think,
Exactly.
please, people use this. You see, because the last time I say when it was in China, we were still ham lamin and jamming. When we hear
Mm-hmm.
New York, you know who was saying it and people sending videos saying
What are you
it
talking
is it's a lie. My boy in
Yeah.
New York calling me and telling me, boy, madness here, people want to be neighbor and things to say. Or people in Trinidad sharing videos on WhatsApp talking about it's a lie and it's a this and it's a that. And my boy leave England and he was living in England and he go New York to live. And when the bacchanal started in New York, all our in Trinidad talking all kind of craziness.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, let me
It's
be a
only
little
when it's
more.
hit home.
Alright.
Yeah.
So Mike, as we going into this very interesting topic, Chica, you
Yeah.
know, are we really using common sense? We think the country are trying. I think we are afraid still. We still in the fear-mongering situation. We still locked on misinformation.
Yes, I
Um,
still believe that people are fearful. Persons that I personally know, they are fearful because, as I said, they hear them talk about, but I hear so this person die and this person this and all the different story, and who waited to see symptoms, the long-term side effects, and all these types of things. Right? So persons they may say that they are not fearful, but I'm
they are
speaking
afraid.
from fear, right?
Mike,
And
who
as
is
we
your view on
said,
this? Yes.
I'm reading something here because I think it's important that we mention something here for a lot of people too. What's the question?
When we're looking at if fear is driving decision making in our country and not fact, really what you think?
Well,
I really hear the
from what
question.
I
People are so concentrating on them here, they just wake up.
from what I seeing and
So
hearing, a lot of people not line up for vaccines anymore.
so we have a comment from Celeste. She said she does not have any
Yeah.
fears because her mom and siblings got vaccinated and so far they are fine. Now
And
Celeste
Celeste,
say this, right?
Celeste was one of our members who actually had COVID,
Yes.
right? There's the girl who actually had COVID twice or two different wherever, right?
Yes. And
There's
so
the
this
girl.
is Celeste's point of view, right? Now there could be another person who know close relatives, family members who would have been vaccinated. They are fine, and they will still choose to hear others who's saying, "Well, I know somebody from they live far distant, the distance. They have no idea who that
Yeah.
person is." Saying that this person died and this person got blood clot, and who will say that, well, they dropped down there just so. So Celeste is one in every 20, I will say, that will think this way, that they actually know persons who got the vaccine of all that. We know people over 80, over 90, all
Yeah.
kind of thing because of,
No, no, Celeste did have COVID, right?
yeah,
There's the girl Celeste did suffer from COVID. She was under real stress, right? Right, my sister Celeste vomited. She went through hell twice, I think, right?
yeah,
And the
twice.
reality is that all these people,
what's happening now?
right? All these people who
Talking
say
about it.
these kind of crazy. This is the girl who actually had it,
Yeah.
right?
So you see that she's actually terrified because she experienced it. She know what it is like having the virus itself.
These people who try to perpetuate this kind of fear, they be girl here. There's somebody we know personally, I know she's 12. Right? So all these videos all this stuff is wrong and I don't want to see them. Right? I give it people. Right? Yeah.
Alright, so as we talking, we just want to let people know. These are some of the symptoms, right? Because sometimes we talk everything and we don't tell people what the symptoms are and what to look for. So the symptoms that people should be looking for is have a wide range of symptoms reported, ranging from mild symptoms to severe illness. Symptoms may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. Anyone can have mild to severe symptoms. People with these symptoms may have COVID-19. 1. Fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headaches, new loss of taste or smell.
That's before after I get on, Mike.
No, that's before births. No, that's during. Must be. Yeah, because they say new loss of taste or smell. So no saltfish for me. I can't, no saltfish. No saltfish.
So if you have to get the bygone, right? You can't smell nothing. You won't
exactly. I don't understand that. So the saltfish coming part here. What going on with the saltfish? So we talk about sore throat, congestion of runny nose, nausea or vomiting,
Mike,
or using people toilet. Yeah.
Mike, where's your sore throat? Well, then woman go can't do nothing. Suck.
Well, they say there's pressure when it comes to saltfish eating. How I can know if I have it or not? It's saltfish.
You are going off track. You are going off track.
This is when people lock down for too long. All this
Yeah, exactly. They're going off or they're going off course. So everyone who is joining on the live, we are speaking about a vaccination and the mandating of vaccines because it is a very serious thing right now. Mike, by now everybody know the symptoms, and the symptoms of COVID-19 is just as what I would say the common cold. Everybody know the symptoms.
I eating saltfish.
Right?
I'm sorry. I don't get no salt shoot.
What got my attention? Really, I know we Trini, we just misbehave a little bit. I ain't saying we be perfect people. I ain't saying we just step out of box. But what really, I can't understand, boy. I was telling Chica that the festival in Chicago, I telling Chica today, that will last 4 days and 3 nights,
Well, I saw next one today in England, and it was like Juve.
Listen, I don't understand. Comment section.
So let's say that body aches is one of the words. It's unexplainable. Also, the feeling of struggling to breathe. Right? So let's
from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Who went to
what about chest pain, Celeste? Have you ever get chest pain?
Yeah, that's why she says struggling to breathe. So she had.
So there's some people, because one of my aunt have it right now, and she said she doesn't have the chest pain. So that's what I was wondering.
Different. Everybody get different.
Yeah.
But listen to this.
Breathing, and some people is with all the breathing.
We have to look at this also. The list also includes the possible symptoms, right? CDC will continue to update the list. Now, this is why they're always talking about the older people. So older adults or people who have severe underlying medical conditions like heart or lung disease or diabetes seem to be at higher risk for developing more serious complications from COVID-19 illness.
I think personally, the fear that people have with this virus and then now the Delta, I think people should actually try to, come to terms that this is how our country or this is how the world has to be for a while. I think people should start doing a little research and people should start taking this thing a little more serious than how it is right now and be vaccinated. And this is the only how maybe places might get to open back. But at the same time, you had to
When we're looking for Princess Town West, Rihanna, for Princess Town West.
What is wrong with you, Paul?
You got me both, man. We're going, man. We're going.
Rapunzel, please let down your hair.
No, but
ladies and gentlemen, really for
we're not talking about Parliament.
I just lay it
But just now you spoke like a politician there. You spoke like one of the politicians just now.
Yeah, she looking good. She could fit in nice, you know. Nice little shirt and thing. Anyhow, what I was saying before was imagine the Chicago and you know what this is going through. You know what I mean? Think about that, Chica. You go in that set, boy. You see that set 4 days, 3 nights.
Yeah, it's like nothing. It's like COVID wasn't here. So we go into the.
But you didn't see Florida?
Yeah, we see it. Madness.
You see that Slim Festival, Mike? That's real huge and it's 4 days and 4 nights. It's not stopping, you know. It's 24 hours.
Isn't that where Iowa and what's your name? They go on there. Iowa and a couple of them go on there.
Nyla,
Nappy.
Yeah.
And money.
Yeah, well.
Money running them going.
Yeah, but you go in that part, Mike?
No.
You go, look at people and
No.
they jump up again.
Me?
I don't even love carnival. I've never liked carnival. So why going that
I was
for?
trying to tell you all that though. Yeah, well, I was trying. Yeah.
Sorry.
So Sonali is saying, what you need to ask, do people really know how to do proper research?
Good question.
And that is a real question.
Good question,
that's why
Sonali.
even when persons are doing whatever, if it is they have a research project, they can't just put a book out, bring forward a book about COVID or any other thing. They have to list their sources. And there are some sources that will be considered non-applicable. They cannot use certain sources. So people, do you really know how to do research?
And I think if people don't know how to do proper researches, there's the news that you could look at, because I think personally, not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but via world, there's news on air where people could watch probably every hour, every half an hour. There's something on the television where it says about the virus or the Delta or vaccines. Then there's also where you can speak to people that is higher of authority that knows.
So it's night time. Good night, Abby. See you.
Abby,
Yes,
tell us what's going on in England right now. Tell us what's going on in England and what is the situation in England right now.
Abby in a bar? You drinking? Drink one for me.
What you're doing because you're hiding. I know you're lying.
Abby, drink a Banks. Bring a Banks beer for me. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mike, what you encouraging?
No?
So we
Banks
really
beer?
speaking about
Non-alcoholic.
Proper research on this.
Hey, all I want to take a break?
Yeah.
All I want to take a musical break?
You want to say?
Mike, we talking.
You want to say?
Mike want to go to a break.
No, I accent all if all I want to take a
You
break.
see? Like Abby say no, not drinking.
So Abby
Is it
said,
time?
if
Is
the
it time
police
now?
open, the club open up, everything open up, what's going on in England right now? Give me a little vibration.
You can't bring Shani life?
You know what I'm saying? Because Friday
Yes.
coming, we have BP Fridays and we have supper by birthday. So, as we said before, I'm going to say it again. All who can eat BP burger, all who eat chicken.
All yeah.
Yeah,
I want my fish.
It's a Beefy Friday. Grab a hearty and healthy beef burger and fries that is freshly prepared just for you by Burn Team Meals. Just WhatsApp 346-8730 to place your order. And we're gonna have a very beefy Friday. Top up with Burn Team anywhere and anytime for both digital and B-Mobile. Top up yourself, a family member or friend using online banking in the comfort of your home. Just click on our WhatsApp button and say the word. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Top up with Burn Team, where it's safe, easy and convenient.
Hey, it's your girl Chika J. And Burn Team TV is where we bring the vibes.
Burn Team TV is about merging
the information on our holistic health and fitness.
Online lives with basic unconventional raw nutrition services, giving it that TV effect while streaming live.
You don't know.
All right. So Abby is saying that things open, but of course they would like persons to vaccinate, all persons to vaccinate by September. Right?
There
And
will
it is
always be
September.
All persons?
All.
They would never get. You can't get all people to vaccinate. You can't get all people to vaccinate.
Boris, you don't say now you're Prime Minister.
You can't get all people to vaccinate. The people who don't want to be vaccinated are the people in the medical field, just like what the president said. So to get everybody in the UK vaccinated, that happened. Right now,
they didn't say
I don't know.
The US president didn't say medical field.
But he's talk about the
US
people.
President said it's federal, the people who are paid by the government.
Right,
And
which is
some citizens
which is also
focusing on the hospital or the medical sector.
They are focusing on the medical too. So in UK, Boris Johnson, the government, is focusing on the medical.
Abby living in England right now.
Mike, right now Abby is
Whether Abby living in UK right now, Abby, it doesn't matter. I just come from the UK. I worked in the government institution, so I could tell you. So we're not arguing, right? But what I'm saying is, Boris, wait just now. Boris Johnson and the government, I would look for the clip and play it, you know. What they want to do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Abby living there.
So
it
Mike,
doesn't matter.
When you was in the UK, where were you working exactly?
I can't tell you that. I was working in the government sector with young people. So what I'm saying is,
I don't understand that.
What I'm saying is, the latest news with Boris, if I could find the clip, I'll find it. They are targeting the medical people. That's who they're targeting.
Right. So Abby is in England, right? And we like to give all the persons the point of view. Abby,
even the kids 12 and over. So just as 12 and over, because the vaccine, we know Pfizer, they have said that Pfizer can be given to persons 12 years and over. So hence the reason. When it is, right, even though they may say that they are whatever focusing on, everybody is really focusing on the majority of persons that they can get vaccinated. Yes. So when it is Abby say all, when it is they are having their conferences, just as we have our conferences here in Trinidad and Tobago, they will say they hope for all persons, they want all persons to get vaccinated.
But
and that means that includes...
You can't vaccinate all the people. You can't vaccinate all the people.
Mike, we are not saying that you could vaccinate all the people. When they say all, it means the majority of persons. Right? So when they speak about the herd immunity, when they speak, they want the majority, just like when it is we are going to school and they want all children to be vaccinated, they need to show their immunization card when it is they go to school. it is basically the same thing. We know that they will not give persons with cancer unless they see that their immune system is able to handle it. So therefore, when they all in this case is all persons who are, let us say, eligible, who are capable of being vaccinated. So I will say they want, and she made sure for the else, all to take it. So all the persons are, because we know that even in the health sector there is vaccine hesitancy. Persons are hesitant. Education, it doesn't matter which sector. It's our persons who will go and take it because they want to get back out there, they want to resume working, they want to get an income, they want to make sure that their children, they can take care of their children, they want to make sure that they can meet their basic needs, because a lot of people right now are unable to meet their basic needs. Right? As Sonali said, full time will be back. So all these things, just to get out there, they're trying to have. And I sure if it says they have vaccine for persons under the age of 12, or where they can even start getting babies to take the COVID-19 vaccine, or let us say maybe when they reach the age of 5 or so, at some point later down, they will have that, They will have it ready and waiting, and they will need to get it. So in that case, it's all. And I will now rest my voice.
Right, so people, if you're now joining us, it is the heated discussion between Radio IRTT, Boutique TV. We are Rihanna on the inside. We have Abby, they'll always be on England. And Abby is giving us some information based upon where she is at.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling back the comments so that persons can see what it is taking place outside there. Right? So people is not only in Sweet T&T. Don't say, oh, the government and the government. No, it is all over the world that this is happening. All over the world, they are asking persons to be vaccinated. So it's not just here in our sweet island of T&T.
Right, so there would be nowhere to run. There would be nowhere to hide. Right? There'll be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Right? At the end of the day, you gotta take it on. And if you leave it, there's a problem. Yeah? So, Chick, you can still top up with burn team. So, if it is really, because you know the phone got important to the data and all that, so get the dial. You know what I mean?
Yes, people.
With my country on the chat.
Very, very important.
Yeah, so top up.
Yes.
Good.
Top up with Burn Team anywhere and anytime for both digital and Be Mobile. Top up yourself, a family member or friend using online banking in the comfort of your home. Just click on our WhatsApp button and say the word. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Top up with Burn Team, where it's safe, easy and convenient.
Yes. Yes, Rihanna, like you're saying about children there this afternoon.
Actually, I home today though, so I was home today, so actually, they're not too long wake up. They had me up since 5 this morning, so yeah.
Right.
So they're not too long wake up, so damn, I go in.
Right, Mike, like you're doing some background research there.
No, I talking to a nurse friend of mine in the UK. So,
alright.
Who I always interacting with. The whole idea is what she was saying is there's nothing was said about everybody have to take the vaccine. What is happening is in the medical field where Boris said that they would like the medical people to be vaccinated, there's resistance, right? So you have resistance among nurses and doctors. The fact that they want everybody to vaccinate, it's not mandated. What they're focusing on, as I said, that's what Boris said, is just like how the president said today, or what day that was, Shilon?
And that's last 4 days, so Thursday.
The federal people. So what Boris is doing, they're targeting, and it has been done since I was up there anyhow. They were targeting the medical people who drive an ambulance, people working in nursing homes, old people homes. Those are the people that was going at, right? Because of the fact that you have the elder generation in the homes, so you don't want that interaction with them, with people who might have the COVID. So what she is saying, there is strong resistance right now, where he mentioned going at the medical infirmary.
Right. So, Mike. So we know that it is not mandated. I don't think Abby didn't use the word mandated, but they will, of course, just as our government here will encourage all to take it. Right. I think it's an encouragement for all to take it. She didn't say that it's set in stone, it is law, it is written in paper. However, for those, of course, in the health sector, as I said, let us say all the government workers, right now, Joe Biden is saying the government, they make a mandate for their workers to take it. Some of the private sectors, so let's just relate to Trinidad and Tobago, trotters, they have now closed their doors. They want their workers to be vaccinated, and of course, there's hesitancy. Yes.
You know what I say, right? We kind of not understanding the words we use, right? Nothing don't need to be mandated. Google says that all workers should be vaccinated.
Yes, they said that.
Facebook that we on right now.
Yes.
Zuckerberg says all in the clip.
Yes,
realize what's going on. Into the clip now. We ain't talking about the whole thing.
No, but that's what I was just that's what I just saying. Even the private, that's what I was saying.
Just so. Netflix see all. Not so them ain't medical.
Right, that's what I was just saying. Those who are not any private.
None of those companies we call is governmental or medical.
Right.
So we can't even say we leaning towards even believing or dreaming with the fact that it is just yet for the medical. It's not. Because those are you talking about the giant corporations of the world that are private. Them could have say, no, it's up to you. Facebook could have said, no, it's your choice. Abby going and get hot here. Abby go get hot here.
Right. So Abby saying yes, he did say that all people in the care system have to be vaccinated. It's not mandated yet, but it was said that we can enjoy our summer. But from September, we need the vaccine passport to enter clubs, bars, restaurants, etc.
So stop going any bars, stop going any clubs, stay home, go to work. You don't need to go any bar? You want to go any bar?
Bye.
So you know when carnival come along, when carnival come along, you may have to have, when carnival come along, you may need to have a vaccination card too.
Mike, we ain't reached carnival yet, Mike. Let me focus about this year now. We are sure to live till about September, October, and think you don't talk about next year.
Who we?
I talk about all of us.
We ain't sure to reach when?
Comment section from England.
Yeah, just throw it back up so people could have a nice read now.
So what is this Abby is saying? What Abby is saying initial is that only enjoy the summer, but come September, if you want to take a drink, you want to take a line, you want to go to church, you want to go in the mosque, you have to present your
vaccination card.
Right.
So Mike, this is England. Wait. Just now everybody was talking. We follow Great Britain.
And
everything
America.
we do here.
And the
And
US.
America.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what I'm saying is that this has nothing to do with no healthcare system. Right? This has nothing to do with a governmental system. Right? This has to do with if you need to go to a restaurant with your wife, if you need to go to church and pray or to the mosque,
Have a stove.
if you need to go and take a club, take a little breeze out in a club, you know, we just do the thing.
Go get my backyard.
You have to get. Yeah. It's England.
Yeah. It's not only England.
Are you Prime Minister?
Yeah, but it's not only England. I know that already. All what Abby said, I know that already. I just didn't mention it. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, there's a reason behind all of this. There are things we could say, there are things we wouldn't say. So we copy everything that's happening outside. We copy what's happening in America. We copy what's happening in the UK. And even when you look at what's happening with the businesses here, the private entities here, that was long in coming. So there is nothing now planned where you're talking about getting your employees vaccinated. Yeah? Yep, and I'll be correct. England like to socialize because England is a drinking nation. So they like to be in clubs, right? Morning, noon and night. Yeah, but she correct. They like to socialize, right? When we look at what's happening with the businesses here, why is it surprising people? It didn't surprise me because it was coming long time. That would have been the government didn't mandate them to do that, you know, because they're private. Remember that.
Comment section.
Right, so we have Candy saying there's only so much confinement we can take. And
Correct.
she's saying, guess that's where we Trinis get it from. I think Trinis get their own thing by their own self. There's socialization.
I was telling Tika, we can't fed boy. When I watch them festival mic and them fetting from it's 24 hours and
Hey,
reading right and all this.
but I tell you yesterday, I had to stand up outside a Hyde Park. I stand up outside a Hyde Park and everybody in Hyde Park getting on.
I watch that crowd. You know why I watch it? I watch the crowd. Everybody real casual, short pants, a vest and a flip flop. See what I'm telling you? We Trini woman in some tall heels so in our face. You can't fit in that. You can't fit in that.
Sometimes they barefoot. Some of them just go with slippers and take it off. Yeah. No, what Abby's saying is true. You see, England, the UK, down to Ireland and Trinidad have a similarity when it comes to lifestyle. Ireland is a drinking nation. We just drink here, people just drink here, but not like how the British do it. They're doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right through. So we can.
Tika, Riri, why we had so much comment section?
Candy saying she hates to see women taking off their shoes and slippers in fetch.
Yeah, that's so true. If you know you can't go no fet with no heel or no shoe at all, still
you
mean that.
You go in a heels also?
If you cannot go if you know you cannot fet, whether with shoes, heels, boots, stay home in your damn house.
But that's what we're doing for about a year and a half now. So people, Tika, we had to tell the people and them, be hot touch.
Yeah, Candy. I know Trinidad is mink. They drink real bad. Trust me.
I really taking in them feathers and them in the States, boy, my boy.
Yeah, Florida. You see Florida?
I feel ready, boy.
You see Florida?
Yeah, we are ready for that. We are ready for that, boy. We ain't got no fest. Them mad. Them a bathing, no.
Watch me. And they smelling people arm, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abby. True. They can't drink like English. English is real drink. That's why they just go on so. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
why they close down the bars early there, no. That was the first thing they did, you know. Close the bars.
Yeah. What kind of advice you would give them?
Rapunzel, let your hair down.
Yeah, the reality of it. If we're looking at what is taking place in Australia, Canada, New York, we're hearing about the UK, we're hearing these things that these leaders of the free world are now saying, all you know Trinidad up next. Let me don't play naive. Right? Let me know that Trinidad up next for this same kind of talk.
I think for young ladies who whether you might be in school, out of school, you don't have to have subject where you have to have book knowledge to do little researches or follow up on what's going on via the country or via the world.
Look at it!
Look, Canada on the inside. We have guys fit.
So, it's a reunion. Gail, you have to talk some business.
So...
Gail, so let us know what is happening let us know what's happening.
Give it.
Let me know. We know that you are one of the persons in the medical sector, so let us frontline. Let's know what's happening.
So tell us what's going on. We're waiting. Yeah, I'll speak about your wrong tell me what we are giving you.
Hey, can we not bring them any life?
Sometimes my persons are not ready to come out, so they will...
It's now after 5. I could be
no, not by us. Everybody else. So right now, Canada and England, it's night in...
England is 5 hours.
Right, so Abby, when she came on, she said night all.
It's 10 o'clock now in the UK.
Right, so it's night, so everybody now ready for it. Yeah, so Gail, let us know what's happening in Canada.
Yes, we finished. Right, we were telling young ladies now, based upon, we've seen the clips, we've seen what's going on in Australia.
Tell I'm doing something.
What advice she can create to give the ladies now? Trinidad and Tobago.
So,
are we up late? That's early.
So I think personally, as I was saying, young ladies, whether it might be school, out of school, whether you don't need to have book knowledge or book sense, where you have to have education to know about Delta or even the virus or being vaccinated on a whole. I'll give me a minute. Chica could talk about it.
Right, so young ladies, we asking you to have some patience and understanding because it's really in a little situation there that she needed to really so what I will say is that for young women, know what are your goals in life. Don't let know what decisions you are making. Don't just think short term, but really think long term and how it will affect your health, how it will affect your financial freedom, I should say, right? So make the right choice, make the right choice. So we are going to the comment section. Let Riri catch herself from whoever she just booked. So we have Sonali say, now for New York, we have to have proof of vaccination, outdoor and indoor activities. Yeah?
So that is her sister.
Yes, I know I was not going to say that, right? So she's getting the first-hand information. And as you see, once persons, following different things, you'll see, like they're having a lot of events indoors. They have to wear their mask indoors, and they have to show proof, as you see, of vaccination. So Gail, right? So she's giving us a scare. She said that she's fully vaccinated. I'm not ready. Schedule that one. What I'm saying, fully vaccinated. Anyway, she's saying that she needs to be fully vaccinated to travel. COVID has changed its course, and in the hospital that she works, no cases, but still need to mask up, right? screening. They are talking about another lockdown. Whether it's up and down, she does not trust this process. So we see that Canada is going through another lockdown.
Well,
They are talking about it. They are talking about it. And as we see there are other nations talking about it, we need to be really careful, people. So if it is, we want to get out there, we really want to get out there, let us make the right choice. I don't know if some people have $1 million resting in the bank account, but we know the majority of the population don't have that. And it will just have an uprising in our beautiful twin island of Trinidad and Tobago.
So people, it was nice harassing Mike. Riri always got Mike to she can rough up Mike. And I was there waiting.
She can rough me up. She can rough me up.
I know, but I don't know it.
What do you like bacchanal, eh?
Alright.
Gail is saying that thought she will go live with you. Let's talk later. So Gail, we will message you after, and we have to schedule our next segment. Candy is saying countries who thought they had it under control, resorting back to lockdown.
Look out for September in Trinidad, you know, because by the end of September, we might be back at lockdown again.
I doubt very much. Let's pray and hope that our country don't get like the other countries. They just not my colon. And I think that most countries open back their countries a little too fast. And I believe our Prime Minister and our government sector is doing their best. So Mike, you need to hold your breath.
I ain't holding nothing. That's my comment.
Do not say about another lockdown, because if we have another lockdown, we country go on, you know. That is it, you know.
So if that happens, could I get
Mike? If we have another lockdown, people will sell the house and live on the streets, you know.
So if that happens, could I get a piece of Rapunzel's here for artifacts?
Let's serious thing here. Gail is saying, I believe that you need to take care of yourself. You need to pray, and you need to have faith.
That's true.
We need to be optimistic. We need to be positive. Let's have when it says we put negativity out there, that is what has come. Let us be positive. Let us not have faith without work. So people, remember, faith without work is dead. And let us do the right thing.
And not because nothing.
And Abby is saying, I think all governments around the world who take the people money, it will have another lockdown. Right now, here we know here they are actually looking at opening things back up once vaccinated. Right? We know that persons are hesitant for many different reasons. One major thing being that of fear, who find the vaccine make too fast and they didn't have enough testing done. Like when they traveling, yes, right? They hear all these things, but people come on we in the age of technology, oh gosh.
Yes, everybody there. So it was nice. It was nice. All for today. Money.
Yes, so everything is money, fellas.
Yeah, you seen Sika live here. Yeah, supposed to come and he's supposed to do a little tag team on the Sunday.
Yes, yeah, we have to speak. Right, so she said testing is very important. And she's agreeing with what I just said. So we're going to be positive. Going to make the right choice.
So I have a tune to play before we go. Can I play it?
What tune is that, Mike? Mike, babe, you didn't wait for the permission? For Mike? Who is this? Amazing.
Mike, before you
Yeah, go ahead.
I bring it, 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 bring the iron love. I bring it, 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 bring the iron. Hold it, make some noise, jump around and make some noise. Hold it, make some noise, jump around and make some noise. Nothing sweeter than hearing the sound of who I am.
This is Iggy Riri from Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition inviting you to Sweaty Soca Sunday with your girl Chica J.
You don't know.
Yeah, so Gail is Sweaty Soca Sunday with Chica J. That's who we invite today too. That is vibration.
Yes, Riri, so we are hearing about your whining ability.
Who's that? Who's that?
Thank you very much, Abby.
Oh, my sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sponsor.
Right, so let's
Yes,
take one
yes.
night, listen to this vibration, and I see something get more hot because this is the trending topic right now. We will start to get into more, you know.
So, should we say the next show, all of us should do some research?
You don't
And
need
come-
I have my research today. I
I
have
have
my
mine
research. You can
already.
bring yours.
Mine is
Hey,
right
Chica,
on
what you
top.
say? We should do some research and come back with our own views.
Mike, but we already came with our views. I wouldn't say that we didn't come with our views, that we didn't do any research or anything like that. Right? So we did our research and we came with our views, and hence the reason we are saying we need to have a positive mindset, we need to be optimistic, and we really want to try and do what is right. Make the right choice, not only for ourselves, we have to think about our family, we have to think about our relatives, and we have to think about the nation on a whole. And
You see, not
how persons are
everybody
being
is as fortunate
affected.
as Mike that money will just come every month.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just about money as well. It's all
Yeah,
about
it's not-
people being
it's not about
getting
money. It's not about
vaccinated
money.
and people
Children.
praying
yeah.
and
I ain't started to get my
having faith
pension
and
yet.
hope that
Not
our
about money.
country will get back to
Well,
how
yeah.
it was.
Well,
Yeah. So it's about,
People can't pay the rent, people can't send the
yes, they can't pay no
people can't
bills,
buy
people
food,
We
being
know that,
infected.
Lion. Lion, we know
Yeah.
that, but at the ending of the day, we have to thank God for life and strength, and we have to also be notice that we are very sorry for people who have died and gone before the time because of this COVID.
Nobody is saying no to that. But
Nobody.
right now, when the bill reach, I can't
We
tell
go
them
handle
thank God
that.
for life.
No, we
It
go
has some
handle it.
people, no, it has some people
When-
can't handle it, Riri.
When my bill, you see all the bills now? When the bill reach, some people can't handle that. Because it's bills
I
on
know
top of bills, on top of rent, on top of...
Yeah.
It's easy
I
to
know.
say when you do other people. That's what I
Yeah.
tell people. You understand?
But you have to,
Right?
oh, you have to remember this thing hitting everybody, eh?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Imagine, Mike, you look how people live it right. Imagine the landlord knocking on your door and telling you about what happened. And you watching
Yeah.
the future. You understand? So it's easy to say, thank God, and it's easy to say, people who have gone. But when you're in a position where you and your children can be on the road, so you gotta understand that. That's why I say money is very important. People that underrate money. People that put money
Yeah.
last, but money real first right now. You never put money last because if you don't have them, you and your children in trouble.
But honestly, I have one friend. Before we go, I have one friend that she's a landlord, and she told me that she gave her rentals not to pay the bills or pay rent until they start back to work, you know.
Right,
Yes,
that's
some-
one in
Yeah.
how much that
That's
yes,
one.
and
That's one.
that's one
That one,
person,
yeah.
that's
That
not
one.
everybody,
Let me
yeah?
ask you a question. You know what it is to be paying a mortgage and the bank send a rent letter and you waiting on your tenants to pay your mortgage. If it is your car, money, go underplay that. People who live in freedom say that. When they have to pay bills.
Hey,
You can't
I
say
have
that.
plenty bills to pay.
So all
Oh,
if you- So all you feel like you have bills to pay too?
Mike, what
Can
the
I hit something there?
I have bills to pay. Hey, folks, all of you guys in outside in listening land. This is me, Mike the Man, and we want to bring some interesting news for you. We want to welcome an addition to Radio Irie. Her name is Jamaica James, our social worker, who is going to be on board with Radio Irie. We are going to be starting a new series soon. It's called The Effects of COVID on the Family, The Blueprint. So look out for that. This is me, Mike the Man, saying, welcome, Jamaica Jamesy.
Right,
Oh,
so we
just
have
looking
comment
back
section.
That's what
Candy is saying, yes. Well, I needed to rest for the voices there. Candy is saying people don't die before their time. And she's also saying she is one person. So really, a lot of persons are agreeing that your friend is one. Some people being evicted right now. And Abby is saying that landlord getting another income somewhere else.
Exactly. You know you have a big spread and you have about people renting and the bank you have to pay your mortgage. Your hot $5,000 or $10,000 mortgage for your big
Well,
spread. And you telling me
as
about
Abby says, well, she probably get money somewhere else, but at the same time, everybody had the choices where they want to do. That's her renters, that's her people that has to pay her, and if she chooses to do that, well, that's probably either out of her mind or...
Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. So that's real rare.
Yeah.
Right, that's not wrong. But that's a good topic, yeah?
Yeah.
People die before the time. That's a real big topic too.
A very big topic.
But people dying before the time is something that has been going on all the time. So we have to
deal with that at some point. We are going into that right now, but we could use that as a topic. So earlier, note to self, use your brain.
What?
Candy says she has plenty sympathy.
Use your brain earlier.
Something.
What about you're big and you have sense? You're big and you have sense. We God. We read.
What I mean is wild out. Girl, just show me what you about. When you back right out. Hands up, bumpers down. Touchdown. Hands up, any bumpers up.
Hey, it's your girl Chica G, and Burnteen TV is where we bring the vibes.
Burnteen TV is about merging online lives with basic unconventional raw nutrition services, giving you that TV effect while streaming live.